What is going on, everyone? It is Foul Play here. We are back for match number 5 of this modern league. Currently 2-2, so not the best. We lost a couple of games, chalked up to variance. Well, one of them was against Heliod combo, which is a bad matchup. Here we're versing Gan Chan China, and he's won the die roll. He's going to be on the play. This is definitely a good hand to keep, though. We got a good hand against Blood Moon deck. I'll tell you that much. Forest into Amulet. Well, Amulet might be a bit sketchier. We find the Stalker. Stalker's pretty decent. Yeah, we should be okay. Fetch Shocking here. Getting the Hallowed Fountain. Actually, it's probably better to get Temple Garden there in case I draw Rancor, because I got my other colors covered. Ancient Stirrings. Okay. Well, it's a bit of a slow start for our opponent, so that definitely does help us a lot. I'm kind of inclined to go in on Invisible Stalker here instead of the Bogle, just because my opponent's gone so slow. Like, the point I lose this game is if I can't push damage through with an evasive effect, and I might as well just go on the evasive creature, even if it delays me one turn. One turn, one card draw. I'd prefer the inevitability, really. We could even get like super tricky and put like one aura on each creature to play around explosives. So like the 1 mana aura on the 1 mana creature, the 2 mana aura on the 2 mana creature. That's probably not what we're doing, but I guess we'll see what happens. Amulet, engineered explosives on 1 will pop his Amulet to the graveyard as well if that's what he's going for, but like, there's no reason for him to go for it this turn because we've got, 2 different CMC creatures, right? Alright, so the opponent casts an Explore to draw an extra card this turn. Plays out the Growth Chamber. I guess they're going to bounce one of the forests with this. After genning 2 mana. Maybe they've got another Explore. We will see shortly. Another Explore. Okay. Yep, Growth Chamber back down. I mean, all of this is just like digging through the deck, really. It's not really accomplishing any tempo for the turn. Not without like an offenser or something out. Alright, so they play Dryad of Elysian Grove. They can play the Growth Chamber, bounce the Forest or Shrine to hand, and they still have 2 mana here. Alright, cool. We find Force of Negation. That's actually a huge, huge draw. I'm just going to put all my card draw on this Invisible Stalker over here. Attack for 3, gain 3, draw 2. Really nice. Really nice. All right, so the Scout's a bit of a dead draw. The Forces is still a decent draw, though. And all of this is drawing us deeper to juicy, high-impact auras, so we will take it. Any Summoner's Pact here just gets countered by Force of Negation. Maybe if they mess up their land somehow, we'll be able to have them concede to the upkeep trigger of Pact of Summoner's Pact, but that's pretty unlikely. Alright, so here comes the Growth Chamber. Genning the mana. I guess they have access to 7 mana for a prime time this turn if they have nothing else to do. Interesting that they're running the Sunhome Fortress. This is like the old school tech before they moved to the Hanamar land, whatever it's called. Crumbling Visage. Old school tech there. Alright, they just had straight prime time. That sucks for us. We're still in like a decent spot. They will give this haste, and they might even be able to give it double strike this turn as well. I haven't kept track of how many lands they've played. It's too hard to look with these triggers. So Valakut, Slayer's Stronghold. They're missing white mana at the moment. Oh wait, never mind. They get it off the Dryad of Lycian Grove. I'm a goober. So being attacked for a bunch here, and then we're just going to be shot in the face with these Valakut triggers and probably die before we even get dealt damage by their creatures. Yeah, it sucks that he had the Titan in hand and Force did nothing, but I guess we sort of took a turn off to try and do our thing with Invisible Stalker and it didn't pay off. He probably has at least one copy of Field of Dead in the deck anyway, and they're just going to stack Valakut triggers with Vesuva as well. I think we sort of played this fine. They just had the right half of the combo. Vesuva, Field of the Dead. Yeah, there's the Field of the Dead. There's the Vesuva. There's 4 Valakut triggers. That's 12 damage. Plus, yeah, that's enough to concede. That's fine. Cool. Alright, well, normally Artifact and Enchantment Destruction is good to destroy these Dryad of Lycian Groves. I'm actually a little bit light on those type of effects. Brazen Borrower seems decent to me as well. It sort of does a similar thing. We really have not got that much. Maybe Stubborn Denial is semi-reasonable, but it's possibly overboarding because we have the Force of Negations anyway. I think overall I'd prefer Force of Negation. Tail's End is actually probably a very decent one because it interacts with Engineered Explosives or Blast Zone. Torpor Orb I really don't like against these decks. I find that it's overboarding. So cards to take out. Probably Aqueous Form. I think I like my Flying and my Trample. Maybe a Staggering Insight. And then maybe I'll take out a Curious Obsession as well. Alright, let's go with that. Card draw is great, but I guess our other stats are important too. And 6 card draw effects should hopefully be enough, right? Alright, no creature. We need to throw. Oh, Curious Obsession is either going to be good or it's going to be garbage. Let's keep and see what happens. If we've drawn like we have in some of the other leagues, league matches here, then we're just going to hit all mana and all creatures, and Curious Obsession's never going to do anything. Actually, probably the slightly better line there is to lead on Breeding Pool. If I draw a second blue aura, I want to be able to cast it. It's pretty low percentage, but like you don't want to lose to it. So it's what I should be playing for. Alright, so I'll just get the basic here. I do want to start conserving life total. This deck like hits like a fucking train, right? Also, if you're enjoying the content and have not already, be sure to subscribe for daily Bogle content. Comment for more of the same fun stuff that we do here, you know. All that good stuff. Alright, so Ancient Stirrings is coming out. We'll see what it finds. Bit of a slower hand from our opponent. They find the Rot Farm. That is a bounce land, the Golgari themed bounce land. I might just leave it there because there's a good chance they bounce it to hand anyway. Explore. All right. Boreal Grazer. Fuck off, man. This flying never looks so bad. Maybe I should have left the Aqueous Form in for an Arcane Flight. Sucks. Missing the damage on the card draw for a turn is like very unfortunate for us. There's a chance that we don't want to commit anything more to the board in case they go for an Engineered Explosives. We can kind of crack our fetch land in response and do stuff. Yeah, let's just go for it. They're probably going to chump block anyway. Yeah, there it is. Alright, so maybe Tail's End is good. We can stop a triggered ability from a Primeval Titan and slow them down for a turn. I guess that would be the best thing. Then maybe we draw a lifelink aura and go hard. All right, looks like they're taking a turn off of doing anything. I'll definitely take that though. All right, so Hallowed Fountain intapped. So good. There's also a chance that they have Force of Vigor here. I kind of don't want to give them both Curious Obsession and Daybreak Coronet, so I'm actually going to play Daybreak Coronet post-combat here. It's... If they don't have Force of Vigor, it's still a 2-turn clock, because we'll be dealing 10 next turn. Alright, well, we draw land, so now we can hold up Tail's End on top of all of this. And just hope for the best. Think we got this. With Force of Vigor, maybe Stubborn Denial is actually better than Force of Negation. Alright, there comes the Talaria West. That can help them cast the Primeval Titan. Okay, well, let's go ahead and counter this ability. And then we just kill them. No attacks for your opponent. Alright, Tail's End coming clutch. Good tech is good. So maybe Stubborn Denial over Brazen Borrower. Brazen Borrower is like combat trick of like bounce their Dryad of Elysian Grove in response to all of the random triggers that they put on the stack. And then like they lose their more than 5 mountains and it all fizzles. Maybe Torpor Orb, because like Tail's End just shut them down there. It might not be as good like on the draw though than what it was when we were on the play just then. Let's bring back in the Aqueous form over the Arcane Flight. I think I want to hedge slightly more aggro here. And maybe just trim all that extra garbage that I was trying to convince myself to put in. And just do our Bogle game plan. Maybe Invisible Stalker can come out actually. What do we want? Staggering Insight, Brazen Borrower. Let's go with the Staggering Insight. It's so powerful. Alright, fingers crossed here. Cool. This is a good looking hand we're going to keep. Hopefully we hit a mana. We do have Aqueous Form and Curious Obsession to help us do so. We even have Totem Armor for if our opponent plays the Explosives. Turn 1, my opponent does nothing as well, so I guess they've got some sort of Explore hand maybe. Well, we draw the Mana Confluence, and we don't have any life gain in hand, so we're going to be taking a lot of damage here. Hopefully we can find something meaningful, and our opponent isn't super fast, but so far they haven't been. So they explore, they play the Field of the Dead. Okay, cool. So we're going to get like a decent amount of time to set up here. I think I want Curious Obsession plus Hyena Umbra. Just play around the Explosives, crack Explosives in the same turn. And that way, like, if my opponent plays a Chump Blocker to block out the Curious Obsession, I can surprise them with the Aqueous Form. And continue to get my value from, like, them not having the prior information. Force of Vigor. Okay, okay. One of Force of Vigor this game, one of Tail's End last game. I like this a lot. This can be very helpful for us. Snowland tapped. Looks like they're considering Ancient Stirrings here. Maybe a 1-mana creature that they just drew as well. Either the Tribe Scout or the one with reach in the ETB. Very undecided. Alright, so here comes the Arboreal Grazer. Semi-expected. They get to ramp their mana by 1. And I guess maybe they explore and set up for Primeval Titan next turn by the looks of things. Yeah. Sure. Alright. I think we want to play at least Aqueous Form. Maybe we hold off on the Hyena Umbra. We're not that close to killing them. I kind of want them to have Dryad of Elysian Grove and to spend mana on that for tempo reasons for ourselves. Let's just go to attacks. That can certainly go on the bottom. Holy moly. Feel pretty weak to Primeval Titan at the moment. Yeah, we're in a good spot against Dryad of Elysian Grove, but prime time's an issue. Obviously, if we draw some life gain, that can all sort of turn around. Our opponent not going for Primeval Titan here. He had... This is actually going to be a turn like 5 Primeval Titan for our opponent. That'd be pretty unusual. Finally, okay, let's go ahead with that one. So Mana Confluence pre-combat to, I guess, bluff something. Staggering Insight finally. Attack. We get a Scry and we get a draw 2. This matchup is definitely more precarious without Path to Exile. Here's the Force of Vigor. Unfortunately, I don't have anything for it. Can set up for a Hyena Umbra post-combat though. See what he takes out of, I guess it's just the 2-card draw Auras, Curious Obsession, and Staggering Insight. Maybe he's really concerned about Aqueous Form. Wow, he is. That's still a win for me. Interesting. And we can, like, cast Hyena Umbra at any time, so... Is prime time, sure. Turn 5 Primeval Titan is very tame by their deck standards. It's a shame we lost our Staggering Insight, because that life gain will probably be pretty influential, or would have been pretty influential in us winning. They might have, yeah, exactly enough triggers to get Field of Dead, 1 Field of Dead token. Talaria West Valacult. Okay. Fuck me, man. Wait. Was Field of Dead already out? Alright, whatever. If we attack, we lose Hyena Umbra. If we don't attack, we lose Curious Obsession. It's fucking awful for us either way. I don't know how we win this one, man. That Force of Vigor was just too good, and we've drawn too much garbage. And probably on, like, the critical turn, we took too much damage from The critical turn where he played the Force, he also got the jump block with the Arboreal Grazer, which meant we didn't draw the card to reload. Yeah. This is super rough. Like, still, again, so much mana here. So much mana. Be like so much nicer if we had a blue-white Horizon land so that... Because we're like, our main color is white, and then white and blue are actually pretty even on the color spectrum for us. And then green is a splash. So we really want like a blue-white Horizon Canopy, not the green-white Horizon Canopy that we currently have. I've tried to incorporate like one of them and one of like the blue-green one. It's just, the mana base just loses consistency. It's just not worth it. Opponent attacking. Sure. Lands, yay! Talaria West is probably getting bounced to hand here. We're probably facing a post-combat Dryad of Elysian Grove. We can kill that. The problem is we don't have any action. We need pretty much Daybreak Coronet at this point. Vesuva Radiant Fountain? Maybe I played the Aqueous Form too hastily. Maybe I played the Staggering Insight too hastily as well. Like, if I had one of them, I could chip for damage, but at the moment I can't get anything happening. Like, transmuting for explosives on one just, like, kills us as well. Maybe we could have preempted that and held a Hyena Umbra in hand. I mean, yes. But also, I mean... I'm going to try and blow it up here with Force of Vigor. This was a very unusual game for against Amulet. More zombie tokens. Hooray. The salvation we were all waiting for. Glacier, if like our opponent misplays here somehow, I know it's like extremely unlikely. But if we resolve the Daybreak Coronet, we've got 6 power. Although we'll still lose a Hyena Umbra trigger to these zombie tokens, which are just going fucking nuts. Yeah, there's literally not an out now. That sucks. Oh, fuck off, man. I played this badly, but we'd lose our Hyena Umbra. Daybreak Coronet would fall to the bin anyway, and would just be doomed anyway. Alright, so that's it for today's match, guys. That's it for the league. Unfortunately, we only went 2-3. I'm not sure I'm entirely convinced at removing all my Path to Exile. But yeah, it was obviously a little bit of a trial for us this league. So main deck wise, maybe there's a few decisions. Maybe we can sneak 1 or 2 paths back in as if we just get a little bit greedy, less greedy aura wise. I think like maybe minusing out the Arcane Flights, putting in 1 more Aqueous Form, and then having like 2 paths is what I'm gonna try next. Sideboard wise, well, Stubborn Denial would have been like way better in the Primeval Titan matchup there. If it was Delay or something, or a what's the one that counters spells with CMC of 4 or greater? I'm sure you get the idea though. If it was something that could have countered a creature, countered the Primeval Titan, it would have been way more impactful than what we had. Amulet's like a deck that's just sort of surprisingly disappeared recently a lot though. So it's sort of unexpected for me to come up against it here today. Pithing Needle had enough spots where it was decent, I suppose. Maybe it's a little bit questionable. we could just go like up on the suppression field by 1. I'm sort of feeling another force of vigor, really. Oh, sorry. I've got my box covering over here. If we go like 1 more force of vigor, what can we get rid of? Tail's End is... Let's get rid of the Pithing Needle. I think we also perhaps want a different counterspell to Stubborn Denial there. I'm going to go for Delay here. Like, if we stop Primeval Titan for 3 turns, that's probably good enough, right? It's like a mana more expensive, but it's really important just to have a catch-all counterspell. It's like Delay or Deprive are probably your 2 real best options here. Yep. Big thank you for everyone to watching, especially those of you watching up until the end here. I do hope you enjoyed the video here and the direction that we are taking Bogles and Bant in. I'd love to hear from you guys below what you think of the deck, any card inclusions that you might recommend. Tail's End was something one of my viewers recommended, and it's been pretty reasonable for us so far. Like, not great, but still like decent. Other than that, enjoy the rest of your day, guys. I'll see you next time. Thanks a lot.